Welcome to Type C Tech Reviews. Today we're going to be unboxing the Samsung Odyssey G5. And if at any point during the video, if you want to check out the G5, there's Amazon links below for the US, UK, and Canada. I do got you guys. Let's get this thing unboxed. All right, so I've actually never used a Samsung monitor before, which is crazy, but it's true. Now, I've heard bad things about the Odyssey. I've heard good things. A lot of you guys wanted me to review it. So let's get this thing open. It opens a little bit differently from most. It actually opens from the top. Which a few monitors do, but most of them just come out the top rather than the side. It's interesting. Now, Asus has been giving this monitor a lot of competition, but there it is. Now, that's really cool. It has the instructions right here. Get a close-in on this. So you can see all of the instructions right there, power on, all that basic stuff, 32 G5. All right, you got the manual with power cables in here, which looks really nice, actually. It looks like you have a DisplayPort cable as well. The power brick actually looks really pretty. We'll have to go through that later. Looks like this is actually what connects to the monitor, which is not height adjustable unless I'm crazy. This is all plastic, but it actually feels really solid. And then this is the base, which is super light. There's actually no metal on the base unless it's somewhere else, which is interesting. A lot of the base is very light, actually probably some of the lightest material I've found, which is very interesting. Okay, yeah, so the stand is all plastic. I mean, it's rigid, it's tough, but it's not heavy. They have rubber on all corners, which is nice, and it is a screw, how you can just screw it in with your hand right there. But the whole thing is just plastic, which I've never actually come across that. Let's put this together really quickly. Very basic. Put it in there just like that, and hand tighten it. This is one of those things which it looks like you can hand tighten. All you gotta do, hand tighten it just like that. And that's in there. This thing, I mean, look, super light, super light. Top off of this thing, there is the Odyssey G5. This thing is super curved, which is probably one of the biggest reasons you're gonna be getting this thing. If you are getting this thing, it's super curved. You can see right here, get a close up in here. This is the VESA mounting. I'm not sure if that's 100 millimeter or 75. I think it's probably 100. It'd be ridiculous if it isn't. But this is where the stand locks in right there. And I'm not sure if it's actually just a clip in or not. We're gonna try that. Okay, while we're in the directions, we've got this power brick, which actually has cool texture on it, which is very cool. And then a 90-degree plug for the wall, which is nice to see. It's all branded with their little zip ties right there. And you do get a HDMI cable, not a DisplayPort cable. Very strange. Very strange indeed, but at least they give you a cable. Okay, so it looks like you just clip it right in there. We'll try this again. You can also notice right there, there's the cable management, which doesn't look the best because there's no space if you have a like thick cable like I do. Those are just nitpicky things, not really a big deal with the monitor overall. So let's try to slide this in. Pretty sure you're just supposed to slide it up. Okay, you gotta put some force into it, but it looks like that is now good. See if we can get this out without breaking it. And there is the G5, a 32-inch monitor. And you guys, if you haven't used a 32-inch monitor, they're big. You can see, they're big. Now I'm setting it down here. This is the back of it. It looks gorgeous from the back. It's got this awesome design. Samsung knows where it's at. I mean, look at this. Now, one weird thing is you get this really deep crevice. It actually sounds hollow. I'm sure a lot of this was just for design. But all of the ports are down here. You got an HDMI, DisplayPort, USB, power in, 3.5 millimeter. Not a ton of ports. You also do have a Kensington lock right there. Now, let's see if this has tilt. So it has nothing, basically. It's in the position it's in, not a problem. You can get a monitor on very cheaply. Now, looking at the front of this, the big thing with this is it's super curved. I mean, when you take it out of the box, you see instantly it's very curved. Remove the plastic from the front. We'll say it's got this really cool design. It's different, and I really do like that. You can see right here, it goes in and then it comes back out, and it's got this right here. I don't know how I feel about it. I like it. It is stable, and I wouldn't say it's less stable than other ones, but this stand is not very heavy, which I don't feel like it's gonna go anywhere. It's just strange. This is one of the times I wish that it wasn't recessed. I wish they did it like LG, it's just on the back. It's very hard to find this stuff. And it's recessed quite deeply inside of it. And there it is, it's on. Okay, now a very strange thing I've never seen this on a monitor before. A modern monitor, it doesn't have auto source searching. It seems like that. I had to manually go in and find DisplayPort instead of just coming up with HDMI, which is strange, but none of these things that I've talked about will be an issue if this monitor is really good. And looking at it straight away, I think the biggest thing is gonna be the immersion. But now is the time that we game. But first, check out the stats. Okay, now I'm pretty sure this is a VA panel. Okay, now right away, it seems a little dim. Let's hope that it's not at max brightness. Let's go into the menu system, which so far seems pretty nice. I like that, it's not bad. Refresh rate is currently at 60. And we wanna put it at 144. Interesting that it didn't come stock at 144, but not a problem. Continue going through the menu system. We want FreeSync to be on. Now it is interesting, you can't change the response time while FreeSync is on. Not a big deal though. We are gonna turn the brightness all the way up. And that doesn't look bad at all. Now I will say, it is curved. Like, it is definitely quite curved. Okay, I was actually wrong. And I was kind of thinking this was ridiculous. It does have tilt. You just have to be a little more forceful with it. It actually tilts quite a bit. Look at that. That tilts a lot actually, so I was wrong. You just have to be a little bit more forceful with it. Let's launch some Warzone up and really see how this thing games. All right, booting this thing up. So far, I have this very colorful background. It looks pretty good. Now, one of the biggest things is ghosting that people talk about. We're gonna have to see if it affects my gameplay. Already, I can see that just by looking at a black screen, which I will tell you, the contrast ratio, pretty good. I mean, look at this. You can't really see the black bezel on either side. And this is a black screen. You can see the mouse right there. This is a black screen with a black bezel. You can barely see that. It's very cool. Very good contrast ratio. And this is not an OLED panel. Those pixels are still on. It's just got a really good contrast ratio. All right, guys, I'm gonna tell you right off the bat. I've been using really bright monitors up to 550 nits. This thing seems a little bit dim. However, if you're not next to a window, if you're not in a super bright room, not gonna be an issue. All right, right away, oh my gosh, it is incredibly immersive. It is incredibly immersive. Actually, not like at all like any other monitor I've used. And I'm not just saying that, like the curve is way different. Way different. You know, I've used normal curved monitors, like gaming curved monitors. This is different. There is definitely a huge difference. In fact, I was using a curved Gigabyte monitor. It's the Gigabyte G32, whatever, but that thing is not as curved as this, and this is way more immersive in game. It might be worth it to not have as much brightness. The curve is absolutely insane. I'm kind of in love with it. Oh my God, let's go. Guys, I'm gonna be straight with you. The immersion in this, and we're gonna have to see, we're gonna have to go through all the different tests to go through what monitor is better, but there's about 3 monitors. There's more than 3 monitors, but there's definitely 3 main monitors. There's an Asus, there's the Samsung, and then there's the Gigabyte. They're all 32-inch, they're all curved, they're all VA panels, they're all similarly priced. Which one of them are you going to buy? They're all between $350 to $400 as of gaming. As of immersion, just from the first thoughts, this one's the most immersive and possibly the most enjoyable. Now, ghosting might be a thing. I don't really know. Right off the bat, I don't really know how I feel about it. We're gonna test that. But overall, really impressed, guys. Go subscribe below for my review or go pick it up right now, test it for yourself. But overall, I mean, just the immersion is insane. Again, guys, there's Amazon links below for the US, UK, and Canada. But this was Type C Tech Reviews. Go subscribe below, get my channel to 2,000 subscribers. We do monitor reviews here. We do monitor comparisons, basically everything revolving around monitors. This was Type C Tech Reviews, and I'll see you guys later.